All right, people, welcome to this new video. And this is a really important concept and lesson that I want to show you today. No matter if you're doing like agency, dropshipping, product, whatever, it's really important to understand this because most people spend too much time working on the wrong tasks that don't move them anywhere, but they seem and feel like that it moves them to their goal. So, especially when I started out, I had like a lot of different tasks I did on a daily basis. So, like 5 to 6 repetitive tasks I did every single day that I felt like would move me to my goal. For me, back then, it was, for example, working on automations, doing outreach, posting content, working on my website, working on the offer, and some of them working like on the whole like big picture. So working on like the positioning, working on the niche, studying the niche, stuff like this. The problem was I was doing all these things every single day, but even after like months, they did not move me anywhere. The problem was that I put it too much effort into all of these different tasks without even knowing which of the tasks actually moved me forward. So, and I just made like this little like graphic and system here. And what you see essentially here is like the repetitive tasks you do every single day. So let's say you have 3 tasks that you do every single day. For example, building automations, doing outreach, and posting content. Problem is, most people either spend like 32% like on their time on the first task and the rest like on the other tasks, or even like most of the time towards like one special task. So for example, 90% of your time to like building automations, trying to automate the business, and 10% towards like doing outreach. Problem is, if you have like 3, 4, 5 tasks that you do every single day and you put like the same effort into every single one of them, it won't get you there. So if the goal, for example, is hitting 50K a month, the tasks will not get you there because all of the tasks are not designed to move you forward exponentially, but just to get done every single day and repeat like the cycle. You know what I'm saying, right? So essentially what you have to do is you have to figure out which of the tasks you do every single day. So first of all, you have to identify which are the tasks you do every single day. And then you have to identify which are the biggest ROI tasks. And this has to become the leverage task you do. So for example, automating your business, doing outreach, posting content. You have to track the result you get. So for some tasks, it's really hard to track results because for automating your business, it's not something that we see, for example, okay, when I do this, I get this and this result. But for example, for posting content and like doing outreach, you have to see where does this task that you do every single day move you at the end of the month. So, and if you see, for example, okay, posting content does not get me like any likes, does not get me any call bookings, whatever, then most likely it's something that does not work for the situation you're in right now. So this is a task where you put 33% of your time towards, but it did not get you any results. The same for like automating your business. So the problem is that you put like 33% of your time only to doing outreach. And you could potentially put like 100% if you don't do this task anymore towards outreach, if this is like the only thing actually getting your results. So identify which is the task that actually get you the most results. It should be at like maximum 1 or 2 tasks every single day. For me, it was when I like figured out what it was like doing cold calls, so actually doing outreach and posting some content to have some social proof in the back end. Yeah. So figure out which of the tasks are like the biggest ROI tasks and eliminate the other ones. So you have like 66% you can put towards like the task that actually gets you there. So, and then it should look something like this. So you only have 1 task or like 2 tasks, whatever. This is called leverage tasks. If you do this task every single day, they move you towards your goal with 100% certainty. Because these are the tasks where you already get results from. And if you put more time into this task, most likely you will get bigger results. And most times you don't even have to put much more time into one single thing. You just have to put more effort into this thing in order to get bigger results, because it's like a leverage task, and more time in does not mean like better outputs. It just means like putting the right time and the right effort into it and really focusing on this one task instead of the other tasks that don't move you forward in order to get the highest leverage out of this task. So it should look something like this, where you have like 1 or 2 tasks that actually get you streamlined and most likely directly straightforward to the goal instead of doing multiple things every single day, putting too much work into them that don't get you to the goal, even if it feels like that they move you forward, because you see them get you to like a certain stage, but not to the end goal. So the next thing is that you eliminate all the other tasks, only focus on the leverage task. And really important to understand, since there are leverage tasks, it's not that if, for example, you put in 365 days the work, you get better results than splitting your focus in 3 tasks, but also it's exponential growth. Because at the end of the day, every single day you get better at what you're doing. So if, for example, the leverage task you do is doing cold calls, you not only have like this amount x 365 because you have to do it like every single day, but also you get better at it. So at the second time, you already are better than the last time. So it's like exponential growth if you only focus on 1 or 2 tasks. Don't overthink, just follow this task and just follow until they get you to the result at the end of the day. Because this is what it's all about. It's just about sticking to it, being consistent, and waiting for exponential growth to enable. And one of the dangerous things is, if you only do cold calls and posting content, for example, at one point you will feel like you're not moving forward because you just put in, let's say, like 3 hours per day or so. And you feel like, okay, I want to fill the other hours of my day with task just to move forward. But then what you do then again, you start like the cycle again, that you split your time into doing tasks that don't move you forward just to feel like that you're moving forward, since you are doing something. But in reality, it's fine if you only put 2 or 3 hours towards doing like outreach, posting content. As long as you're just doing leverage tasks, you just put 100% of your efforts into them and just trust the process. Because it's not about putting as much time as possible into any task. It's just about doing the right task and putting the effort you need to put into these tasks, and just follow the process, do it for long enough. So, and the next thing is, most people don't stick to it for long enough. For example, when doing like LinkedIn outreach, I told like so many people how to do LinkedIn outreach in a proper way, because I found a way that works really well for like the agency market. The thing is, people try this for 20 or 30 days and then they quit this. And I just have like a graphic here. It's like from Sam Owens, and it's really true. So this is why most people don't stick to it and why most people can't follow the leverage task, even if they would get you there to the result at the end of the day. So this is like the memory and effect versus time chart. So essentially, you do like an action here. So for example, you do 100 cold calls here at the bottom left. Then you have 100% memory to what you did. So you know exactly today and the day after, okay, yesterday I did 100 cold calls. So you know exactly what you put it in at the beginning. So the leverage task you did. But the problem is, you won't see a result. You won't see any effect. So even if you book a call, you won't see immediately an effect as of you get like a client, you get paid, you get money, you get whatever. So you do action, but the results takes time to show up. So problem is, with time, when the results start to pick up, so as you see, like the red line is going to like go up here, and you get like, for example, the first people interested in your service, the first people booking a call with you, calling you back, saying like, hey, just thought about it, I just want to become a client, whatever, the memory gets less. So after, let's, for example, 3 weeks of doing cold calls, you're at this stage here. So there are like the first results you get, but the memory goes down. So you don't remember anymore what exactly you did for like the last 3 weeks or like the last 3 months, 1 year, whatever. So when you get the results, you don't remember that the results only come from doing the work for like 1 year, 3 months or so. So, and once you get the results, you are right here and you just get like 3 clients at one time or so, you won't remember that this only comes from doing like the cold calls you did here. So this, for example, could like see like 1 year or like 5 months or like 5 years, whatever. The problem is, as I said, most people only do cold calls until here. Then they see like, okay, there are no results. They stop doing this, try something differently. And then after like 5 months or so, they get the results from the cold calls they did until here. So, and then they don't remember why they got the results. So they feel like, okay, I got the results because of the new outreach strategy I started at this point right here. And then they stick to this outreach. But then they don't get any more results. So because the cold call stopped, and then they try a different outreach strategy and the cycle repeats. So that's a really, really dangerous thing you have to take care of. And just imagine, if you don't stop doing cold calls here, if you keep doing cold calls all over the place here, you will get the same results here, but the results will go up even more. And you will get less memory towards what you did in the past. But if you don't care, if you just keep doing what you're doing, the results will go up even more right here. So really important to keep this in mind. So just, identify what are like the tasks you do every single day, how much time you put towards them. Just identify which are the biggest ROI tasks, so which tasks you have to do in order to move forward, to get your first client, to make your first sales in dropshipping, stop, whatever. And just put 100% effort towards this task. Does not mean put like your whole day into this task, but just like as much as you need to make this task work. And just follow them for at least 1 year, because then exponential growth enables. And even if you get the first results and you don't remember why you get the results, just keep going with what you're doing, because then the effect will show up after time and the effect will be great. Yeah, quick video. Hope it helped, and we can just catch you soon.